Hey guys, it's Chris from Expedition STEM. I'm actually here at the Wacom booth here at Silicon Valley Comic-Con. I'm standing here with Amber. Amber, you are an industrial designer by background, correct? And now you work with Wacom.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit, what is Wacom, what do you have here, and how can people get into what or use the product?
Okay, awesome. So our product is one that our holistic approach, like end-to-end for the creation of 2D and 3D graphics.
Okay.
And that can be anything from like a very organic, comic-oriented form, but it can also get incredibly technical, and that's more in like the industrial design and engineering world. The way in which that helps is that we're just trying to create a more harmonious experience. A lot of people don't know that the name Wacom, you know, I think lead the way,
Yeah. Don't whack 'em all.
People, yeah, right. We actually have a running team at the office that's called like Why Run When You Can Walk 'em.
Yeah.
You know? So be kind of chill. But you know, the whole point of the product is that Wa is a Japanese kanji for harmony, and Com is for computer. So 34 years ago, Yamada-san, our CEO and founder, said, you know, there's got to be a better way to have an interaction with your computer that's more intuitive. And so I call it the Crayon to Stylist principle.
Okay.
Which Wacom, if you ever use that, you better give that credit. But it's about just, you know, having that interaction that's more fluid, faster, and is going to have you think less about using a computer and think more, enabling you to just do what you're doing.
Right, and that can be anything you mentioned earlier, creating art like comic books, some of the most beautiful art that you see today, even a lot of the 3D movies that are being created today. A lot of that's created.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them are created.
You name a large studio and they are using our product.
Right.
A lot of these like incredible like CG and composites, the creation of creature design and the ZBrush characters that are so incredible out there. Those are all done because it's giving you that more fluid experience.
Right.
So I say ZBrush always does kind of like the Play-Doh to real life type of aspect, and you know, using one of our tablets because they're incredibly pressure sensitive, it allows you to dig into that model and sculpt and just be closer to, again, that experience that's closer to creating something that you would in an analog form.
So we've got a couple of models here. I see we've got a large one here. I actually don't see a computer plugged. Oh nope, there's a computer plugged in on the backside.
So
tell me a little bit of what do we have here?
Okay, so this is the 22. That's our flagship product in the Cintiq line. What people probably need to know as far as just when you're first getting into our product, we have the Intuos line, which is anything that's drawing on like the opaque tablets. And that would be like what you see here. Okay. And then from
Thank you, Vanna.
I know. What'd you say here? So the Intuos line is when you're just drawing on the tablet and looking up at your screen here.
Right.
So your workflow is going to be that hand-eye coordination.
Right.
And then as Wacom's progressed in our world, we came out. Gosh, I couldn't give the exact date, but the Cintiq line is when you're drawing on the display. Okay. So if you've ever seen the end of like a Disney, a DreamWorks, a Pixar movie, and they're drawing on screen, that's all our product because we've been doing it for so long. So the 22 is our, you know, it has this little twisting mechanism. It comes with a stand. It's a QHD display. And so, you know, hey, I would encourage you, pick it up, try.
So we
try
pick
and
up
draw something on there.
So the pen, by the way, also has a couple of controllers on here. There's a couple of tabs on it. Anything on the end?
That's what's kind of funny is that this is programmed to be an eraser. Okay. So when you're in Photoshop and you're using the end of the pen,
and I want to
just erase that right there. It's kind of a default. Now you can go into your Wacom driver settings and you can custom edit that if you wanted that to be something different. Right. All of the different tools and pieces of kit on our hardware is meant to be customized to what the artist is looking for. So this is a touch display that you're working on right now. All of them are available in touch and non-touch. And, you know, from the pen there, you can program like your right click, your center click, maybe your space bar or your alt shift. And then all these express keys are meant to be done for that as well. It's kind of providing you this shortcut environment to, again, getting back to not having to think too much and being able to just kind of hit things and keep working and not be distracted by looking away. Right. That being said, ZBrush and a couple of the other 3D programs, sometimes if the UI is so intense, the Express keys sometimes can be challenging to integrate. So it just depends on the program, honestly, as to how much you're going to use the Express keys versus having something like a game controller or other peripheral device.
Right.
So that's the 22.
Anybody can see. I mean, this is something I'm just natively drawing here. I got a little cartoon guy that I drew here. I'm a horrible cartoonist, so I'm not going to take credit for my art skills.
You're fine.
So this is the 22. This is what we see on most productions today.
That would be like I said, I mean, it is our largest, most widely sold in colleges, in studios. It's just a great bang for your buck type of entry-level product.
And the one thing I do want to point out is even if I have my hand on the screen, it's actually not reacting. It's only doing what my pen is doing. So we have the cancellation there.
Yeah, you do. So whenever your stylus is within about an inch and a half of the screen, that stylus is going to take command. As soon as that stylus is away and I'm going to my fingers, then my finger is going to take command. And I can double tap, like there's gestures, you can zoom in, zoom out. And it depends on the program and their back-end programming. That's something that people don't know, that we partner with the ISVs. And so, people like Photoshop, so Adobe's Photoshop, Sketchbook Pro, Art Rage, Mischief, there's a whole slew of them out there that have that great kind of like touch interaction.
Right. And we've got this one here. This
is where it gets a little confusing that people need to know. So most of our products are display. We're not a computer manufacturer. We're not trying to be a computer manufacturer. Right. So this would be a display only that you would hook up to your computer. This is our 27.
And folks, I don't know if you can see, this is just some amazing comic book art that's on here. And all of this has been created using the Wacom boards. And now, if I wanted to insert captions, it would be easy enough for me to select a text box, draw it on there, type what I need to do using my keyboard, and now I've got my text in my Acme font or whatever font I use.
Yeah, whatever lettering of your choice. So the 27 was the first time that we did a wall-to-wall glass unit, so that way you don't have the bezel, like you're just kind of drawing in this seamless interface. The other thing is that we took the Express keys, which on our other devices live on the device, and we put them in a little remote. It's called the EKR, the Express key remote, and this is magnetic, the 2 strips. So ergonomically, if you're a righty or a lefty, if you want to stand and hold it in your hand.
Exactly.
Yep, you have them all right here. You have the touch ring, so you can change brush sizes, rotate, zoom in, zoom out.
And that's just a matter of I can take my pen, put it wherever I need to, and just have that quick access without having to go to all the menu settings and everything.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. And so that would be also our display only as far as connecting to a computer. And then the Companion was this device that was born out of thousands of artists complaining that it was a bit cumbersome. You'd have to carry your laptop and then like a little mini Cintiq, which is our 13. It's roughly the same size. So mobility-wise, it was really challenging for people to have one of our high-fidelity drawing environments, like in a coffee shop, in a plane, if they're going to a client on site and they want to discuss things or changes, which is really big in industrial design. You have a lot of, and engineering, you have like a lot of on-site client meetings, and you want to be in that collaborative experience. So the Companion was our first like full-blown computer in a tablet. Here, let me power it off. And so that was to take a Cintiq and sandwich it with a laptop experience. Okay. So our strongest model, it just went to sleep. It got drained yesterday, so it was actually charging. I probably just turned it off. Oh, there we go. So this was our first model in which we did really a pretty high-level computer. It can handle a lot. It can handle ZBrush like a champ, Maya like a champ, Photoshop, whatever you throw at it. And it's got a range of different models depending on, whether you want to get one that's got completely tricked out or more of like a medium-end model. But yeah, it was just about giving that sort of mobile experience. What's been really great for students, actually, to note about that, we have a lot of students buying that instead of a laptop so that you don't have to buy both a laptop and a Cintiq. And then because it has a QHD display, it's got that high resolution display, mini display ports, USB, speakers, the whole 9 yards. They'll use it and then they'll just bring it into the class, connect it to the computer like that, the professor's working on, and then it acts like an external hard drive at that point. Yeah. And it also then just turns into, I call it being a possum. It just turns into a normal Cintiq.
Awesome. So. Well, we know that the Wacoms are available, wacom.com. You can also order them at many of the big box stores as well. I think you've seen them at
We've got a lot of big box stores. So, you've got your Amazons, your B&H, your, I think the Apple Store also sells us. But then you've also got what a lot of people don't realize is that there's this network of resellers.
Right.
One that we're partnered here with today, his name is Jim Chen from Audio Images. And so locally, those guys also have really, really good deals too.
So if you want to check out a Wacom, it's easy. Go, run out to your local store, check it out, try it, find your local reseller. Yep. Go to wacom.com. I've used them. I love them. And if you want to take a look at my ugly drawing, we'll make that available as well.
Nice. And just remember, you got to be
a Wacom state.
Down with mice, up with Stylist.